Pouncer, you're live. It says you're live. Pouncer, come alive if you're alive. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Pouncer and Jeff here. We are just checked in because, as usual, at night we charge our cell phone in the car because our home charger is lousy. So we do it here as an excuse to spend time with you guys. So let's see who comes. Man, the channel has been growing crazy. Gracie and Mittens, hey, how you doing? What's the word over there with you guys? We have a cool group of people that come here and hang out with us. Look at Pouncer in the back, making it hard to see him. How are you guys doing, Gracie and Mittens? I'm trying to open this. Hang on a second. Pouncer, hold this. Hold on a second. Okay. Much better. Much better. Doing good. Well, thank God. How do I do this? Just got out of the shower with my cat Gracie, of course. Of course. She always comes, as she should. They love in the shower. Pouncer has this thing with the shower now. Oh, God, but he's so bad in the shower. He goes in there and he'll look for my razor for shaving. So, of course, he'll take that and scare the hell out of me. So I got to chase him down. And by the time I catch him, he has my tie in his mouth or some other thing that I really need. Oh, he's been a bad boy. You've been a bad boy. You don't know. Watch the videos. Watch the video about face that I put up. Oh, God, it keeps jumping on my face. He pranks me. He pranks me. I lie down. I lie on the floor. I just like to, right? So I lie there, and I'm all happy, and I'm using one of his toys as my, pillow, and he gets mad because, he misses me. He wants to play. And so he just launches, and it jumps on my face. Like, what the hell is that? It scares the hell out of me. I turned the faucet on for her. She'll sit on your towels. Cute. Cats, they don't really all like water. Some do, some don't. But the thing is, their eyes, they see light refracted in the water that we can't see. And that's why they look so hypnotized by it. Yeah, definitely normal behavior, absolutely. Cats are the best, man. Whatever it is, who cares? They entertain us forever. Everything they do is funny. Let's see if I can make it so they get more Pouncer. Sorry for this. This is a weird angle. He doesn't usually do this. Well, not at night. I hope I can do it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go. You're just sleeping. Everybody wants to see you, and you're just sleeping with the laundry. I'm trying. Hang in there, guys. I'll try to get him up front. She jumps in the bath. So does he. He jumps in the bathtub. And out of nowhere, bites my toes. What's up with that? He's been such a bad boy, my Pouncer. He's been such a bad boy. See, today, I went to the doctor. Oh, he didn't like that. He was apart from me for like an hour and a half. He couldn't believe it. And he said, when he was alone, he said, he will pay. Oh, did I pay? Oh, man, he just pranks me. Unsure, he's strange. Oh, that's an understatement, strange. Yeah, they have more teeth, and then when they get rid of the baby teeth, they have fewer. But even though they're fewer, they're so much sharper. And Pouncer, I didn't tell you, Pouncer had a growth spurt. A big one. So that usually happens at 11 weeks. Look at his ears. Cats have 32 muscles in their ears, and they can move them 180 degrees. They hear stuff. I wish I could be a cat for a day, just to hear the things they hear. What's up, Clover Bear? How are you? Clover Bear in the house. In the car. Oh, yes, I did know. Oh, sorry. I don't know what people know. I don't know much. I try to watch as many videos as I can. I read as much as I can. And then every time I do that, I realize I don't know anything. I know, this guy hears everything. Yeah, hey, Clover Bear, that is a Pouncer cat. His name is Pouncer. He's a serval. And yeah, he's sleeping in the back. He's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to be sitting here with us in the front so you guys can see him. But once I went live, he went in the back and went to sleep. He snubbed us. But he's a kitty cat. He's a serval. They're from Africa. Although he's from South Carolina. Thank you. She says you're cute and you're just sleeping. Clove Bear says you're cute and you're just sleeping like, oh, you snob. Snob. He's being a snob. No, he says you're cute too, telepathically. They do what they want. I like that about them. See, I think that's important in people. You know what's funny about cats? Everyone's like, yeah, I like cats because they're independent, not like dogs. Well, that's not true at all. They're not so independent and alone. Cats are social animals. In the wild, they take care of each other. You know, they're not so independent. They're very dependent. They constantly need attention. I don't know why people think they're always off and doing their own thing. Pouncer never does his own thing. You know, his own thing is me. I'm his thing. He jumps on my face all day. He does whatever he wants to me. He thinks I'm just a big toy. I'm his thing. They're not like going about their business all day. I don't know where that comes from. Anyone who says that never had a cat. That's so true. When I went to see Swagger's babies, there were three, two girls and a boy, right? And I went there to get a stud fee. Because Swagger's, if you don't know, Swagger's is his dad, right? Cats have a human-like personality, dogs do not. Yeah, so, I go there to pick up the money, right? But I could have taken one of the babies. So, hey, Jared, that's a serval cat. His name is Pouncer. Good to have you. So I go in there, and I'm looking forward to the money. And God damn it, this beautiful little kitty, he jumps into my arms. And who is it? It's Pouncer, baby Pouncer. I'm definitely gonna get my hand. Oh, definitely get a cat, man. Definitely get a cat. Good evening, Wildstar. 1063. How are you tonight, Wildstar? Should have. So anyway, I was looking forward to this money because I never have it. I walked in, and then there's this cute little baby, and he jumped into my arms, and he said, I choose you. You're my dad. And who was I to say no, you know? And it was like he was hugging me, and he was 3.5 pounds, and now he's heavy. Just lifting him, he's heavy. He was so much less than this. And he looked heavier, but he wasn't. It's like he was filled with helium. And now he's a big boy, man. He's 11 weeks old. Just had a growth spurt. I want to pet and hug Swaggers. Yeah, well, he might rip your hand off. You know, Swaggers is insane. You gotta be friends with Swaggers. You gotta go on your knees, or if you're smart, you just lie down, take a toy, throw it to him, and then pretend you're taking it away. Throw it to him. You have to be lower than him, and pretend you're taking it away. Then, if he plays with you, he'll be your friend for life. Or give him turkey bacon. Either one will work. I need more hands. All's well. Thank you, Wildstar. Babies are all good. When they go to college, oh, they'll get by. But let me take one. Oh, you can't take one as a freshman, huh? I think we're going to do college from home the first year. What do you think? That's a big decision. I think you should go to college. I think you should go to college and just figure it out. You know, figure out something now, because the college years is something you'll never get back. You'll have memories that, you know, living there, you'll have memories you won't have ever again. And when I was in college, undergrad, we felt bad for people who drove there, just those who drove there, the commuters, right? And we started a program, my friends and I, called Adopt a Commuter, because we felt so bad for them. They didn't have a social life. So I would definitely say go to college. You know, I love cats and animals with all of my heart, but your cat wants you to go to college. You know, you'll help more cats in the long run anyway. Go to college, just go there, be there. Figure something out, figure out something out. You will. You know, and in college, well, how do I put this? In college, even though you can't always have a cat, I've seen many cats walk out of people's rooms in colleges and apartments where they are prohibited. I'm not saying you should do that, but you'd have to go to the college and visit first and ask the kids. So I would definitely go to the college and if necessary. Talk to the guy in charge of housing. And when you talk to him, tell him you're going to work for the school paper. That scares them because he'll cover the things that he does. I remember when I worked for the school paper and I wanted to get a new room. That was the guy. He said, you can have any room you want. Just stop writing about me. I was like, bro, I'm not writing about you by choice. You're doing shit that's putting you in the news. If you would just calm down, if you would stop housing all the foreign students in one building, we'd leave you alone. But what you're doing is just wrong. It's not me. It's you. So, tell me you work for the school paper. That'll scare the shit out of him a little bit. And then say, listen, I have a kitty cat. Maybe it'll help. Or tell him you just went in and you just joined the school paper. Just tell him something. But, you got to have friends or something. There's got to be a way. I wouldn't give up the college experience because there are people who can help with your cat, but there's no one who can go to college for you. Though if I could, I would. Those were good days in my life. And people always say the friends that you make in college will last your whole life. I don't know if that's true. I have friends still from college. I'm 59, and I still have friends from college, but I have found that the best friends I have were the ones from the hardest time in my life. So you just have fun. You'll meet people, and maybe they'll stay in your life. With social media, it's more likely. Just go and do your work. You'll have a good time on weekends. You'll have a good time every day. Well, what I'm doing I grow up is becoming a cat psychologist. Ooh, and a singer. Well, of course, they go hand in hand. Maybe if I do a cat major, they'll let me have a cat. Maybe if you do a biology major, you could be a veterinarian. How old are you? I forget if you told me. Yeah, if you're a singer, of course you should sing to your cats. Cats love that. You see, we underestimate how well they hear. And we play loud music, and we live near trucks, and there's all sorts of crazy sounds they hear. And then your little brother blasts the TV, and the poor cat is sitting there suffering, but he can't really say anything. 12. Oh, yeah. I remember now. You got such a long time. I made a whole speech for you. You got a long time. You got 5 years, roughly. Don't worry about it. Worry about things now. Worry about today. Do your homework. Be good. And stop sneaking into adult videos. This is an adult. I keep putting no kids, and you keep sneaking in here. Not that we do such adult cat things, And he's not an adult. I'm an adult. He's just a baby. He's 11 weeks old. But it's supposed to be for adult humans. Not that we don't love having you here. We do. And we would miss you if you didn't come. Still, I don't know why I even bother putting the thing saying it's not for kids. It says, is it for kids or not for kids? I always hit not for kids, knowing the kids will all be here. I have an adult account. How? How do you have an adult account if you're 12? How could that be? Why do they even have a kid's account if you can have an adult account and you're 12? You're a kid. I work with kids all day, I'm a teacher. Whenever I see a kid, I want to make him conjugate verbs. I'm a Spanish teacher. All I want you to do is speak Spanish, but conjugating a lot of verbs. You have your own email. Every kid has their own email. You're doing something sneaky. Gracie and Mittens, you're doing something. What's your name? Are you Gracie or are you Mittens? Let me tell you. Mi gato grande. How big is he? ¿Cómo es de grande? ¿Es más grande que tú? Okay. Ojalá pudiera mandarme una foto. Gianna. Gotcha. Well, you know us. I'm Jeff, and that's Pouncer, the baby. It's Italian. Ah. I knew that. Huge. Wow. Like a Maine Coon type huge? Bigger than Pouncer is now? Man, I love cats. Every cat. When I come home and all the cats waiting for me, it just makes me happy. It's not the first place I've been in where I've had cats from outside. When a person doesn't have a place to live, they're homeless. If a cat doesn't have, just fat, if a cat doesn't have a place to live, they're stray. Why? Why is a cat stray but a person homeless? They're homeless. They didn't choose to be stray. They're homeless. They need someone to take care of them. Everyone's like, oh, they're okay. No, they're not. They're freezing right now. They're starving. They're not okay. Oh, they'll catch a mouse. No, you have to help. Don't assume that because it's easier for you. Way bigger than Pouncer. Wow. Well, Pouncer now, if he sits with the cats, he looks bigger. It's so funny when you see a little baby kitten that looks bigger than the cat. He's so curious about them, and they just don't care. They have no interest whatsoever. They want their friskies. I've talked to them to no avail whatsoever. Do you speak Italian? Do your parents speak Italian? That's a good thing. If you can speak Italian, that means you'll understand Spanish and other Romance languages. Romance languages are ones that came from Rome, from Latin. Like, say, French, for example. Baby Pouncer, what are you doing, bro? You're just lying there. I feel guilty making this alive. People watching you live looking dead. Come to life. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? Man, nothing wakes him up when he's sleeping. Cats live however they want. They don't. Oh, no, they judge a little bit. Gizmo, that's a cute name. Gizmo, Gracie was skinnier. Well, Gizmo's much bigger, right? Yeah. Wait, what's the name of the one that's really big now? Is that Gizmo? Pouncer's getting up there, though. I'm telling you. You hold Pouncer, you'll be like, whoa. I did this at the gym. Oh, it's in your profile. Let me see if I can do that now. Oh, I see. Oh, what a cutie. I like the way the angels painted him. When they make cats, they put them in bottles. And this is in heaven. The angels go in, they fit, and they paint the cats in the bottles. I'll tell you the rest later. My youngest cat was in the kitchen crying at the back of the door. Oh. They always want your attention. Oh, Calico Stray. That's good that you put out food. It's always nice to give him a little water and then maybe a cardboard box. Where are you? What state are you in? Is it cold? Yeah, definitely. Make a video of the photographs. Or just make a video. Love to see that. I love seeing things like that. I made a YouTube channel for venomous snakes, right? Strangest hobby in the world. Who has venomous snakes? And there's like 51,000 people. I made a chat group, another one, for cats. And I called it Cats. And there's 238 members. How could venomous snakes have over 50,000 and cats have just barely over 200? What's up with that? I don't get it. You love snakes. Well, these are venomous snakes. You can't have one for a long time. I'm in Oklahoma, and it's been cold here for about the last 3 days. Oh, yeah, I heard it has been. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Ugh. Man, when it snows, I feel so bad for them. And you see, like, little cat paws. I always think to myself, man, every step must have been so hard, And then there are these kids in New York. Since there's kids here, I won't describe them. And they do terrible things to cats, They shoot arrows into them. There's just such terrible cruelty. I don't care. You shouldn't care. What kind of snake do you like? What kind of snake is your favorite? Ball python? Those are good snakes. A ball python's a nice starter snake. They're usually pretty cool. You can just make sure they're cool by getting one that's, calm. They come in all different colors. There's so many snakes. They're interesting. They're so different from each other. I had a snowstorm here in Indiana. It's horrible. It is. It really is. I don't miss New York, and I certainly don't miss shoveling snow. It's like freezing cold. You're out there in your winter jacket. There's snot running over your whole face. Everyone's yelling at you to hurry up. Your neighbor's like, would you mind helping me? It's like, yes, I would mind helping you a lot. I just did this. You asked me to double my work and half my back. Ball pythons are pretty cool, but my favorite is a snake with legs, called like a lizard. Snakes used to have legs. Snakes, if you look, they're like two claws in the back. They have these two claws for breeding, but you'd be surprised, like you wouldn't think. They're most pronounced on a snake called a rock python. They're cool. They're hard to get your hands on. Well, they're cool to look at. They're not always chill. Leopard geckos are adorable. They are so adorable. And then I get confused because sometimes people say to me, you can't hold them. Then I see people holding them all the time. You can't pet them. Then I see people petting them all the time. The gecko from Geico is cute. I think he's based on a day gecko. I don't know. Does he have a name? The Geico gecko? Does he have a name? I guess his name is just Geico, the gecko. I don't know. Oh, you have one? Oh, I wish I could see a picture of him. Make him your profile pic next time. I've seen people holding them, absolutely. And then I've seen people who you can't touch them. They'll just scurry away. Oh, you're saying you can? I don't know. I believe you. I tell you which animal I didn't think was the greatest pet was a Nile monitor. What's your YouTube channel? Gracie and Mittens. Okay. Yeah, I had this Nile monitor. Destroyed my childhood. Yeah. I would hold him in my arms and he would just smack me in the face. California, Sandra Ramirez. How are you tonight? Depends how the gecko's feeling that day. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I hate when people just show you can't hold them ever. They just run away. That's probably because they don't want you to hold them at the show because they're afraid they'll get away. They always do it. They're crazy tripping. Pouncer, wake up and say hi to everybody. Thank you, Sandra. He says, you're beautiful. Even though he looks a little sleepy, he tells me things telepathically. Pouncer, why don't you wake up and come up here, baby? Baby Pouncer. He doesn't listen to me. When he's sleeping, it doesn't matter. He's just sleeping. The gecko's name is Martin. I never heard that before. Your cat just appeared. Yay. I never knew his name was Martin. That doesn't ring a bell. How do you know it's Martin? Where do they say that? Alright, cool. Make a video. What's new with you, Sandra? How you been? Ramirez. See a lot of kids in my class that can't roll the R. Pouncer, what are you doing, buddy? Good, thank God. It's bad here right now. Are you near? It's bad here right now. Are you in California near the fire? Fire is? That's terrible what's going on there. You gotta pray for those people. Wish I could do something to help. Looks terrible. I have friends nearby, but they're all okay. I checked in, they're all okay. They're all like an hour or two away. But man, Southern California is getting hit bad with this craziness. Just being blown about by a hurricane. I can't wait for them to get it under control. And can you imagine? Oh. But you're far enough away to be safe, right? They're not going to come close to you? They're not going to reach you? Are you going to evacuate? Do you have to? But okay. That's scary anyway, just being near that. And it's one thing to have a storm, but to have a fire being blown, man, that's just unthinkable stuff. Yeah, thank God. I'm glad you're okay, Sandra. Sandrita. Cuídate. I feel so bad for those people. I can only imagine, flames, you're running around with lemons like out of a movie. Pouncer, if you're awake, I see you're awake. Come over here, buddy. Come over here. Bring your ears. Come on. I should count his spots. It's just that I need to have so many pictures to do it. You can't just count their spots like staring at them. You gotta take pictures and get the whole cat until it's like 3 dimensional almost, and you flatten it out, and then you just start counting. And you'll be over 1,000, well over 1,000. And if you think no, it's not that many, well, look at his feet and like by his neck, and then on his belly, he's got all sorts of spots. And then you got to say to yourself, well, is this a spot or a stripe? Then you get all confused and you have to like circle it and put stripe. Oh, what a pain in the neck. Swaggers has 1,259 spots. It took me forever to count. He doesn't have that many stripes. I don't remember the number, but I remember the spots. It's fun. So, I am still considering taking Pouncer's sister and bringing her here. The thing is that by this age, you know, at 11 weeks is a big age for them. That's when they all have these growth spurts, and they change a little. Like, they don't want to know other people so much. You know, they get a little bit hissy. And so the sister's getting a little bit hissy. She wasn't hissy before, you know, and she met me for a little bit of time. Do it. Yeah, it's easy to say when you're 12. It's different now. But you got a point. You see, when kids say just do it now, they have a point. You know, older people, we like to take our time. I like your way. You see, if I did take the sister, I know what to do, and he would have a friend. That would be good on one hand. On the other hand, he might get a little jealous because he's always had me to himself. But on the other hand, on the third hand, you know, they know each other already, you know, and they've played together. They'll still remember each other. It's a tough decision. The video Gracie is up. All right, I'll check it out after we finish here. Can't wait. I look forward to it. You may notice Pouncer doesn't have his necklace on, his collar. He I don't know how to explain this. Somehow he got it so that the collar was around his neck. Instead of being around his neck all the way, it was around his neck, and then the other half was like around his mouth. And it looked like he was choking to death. And I was like, bro, what the hell did you do? How did you even do that? So I took it off, and then I said, you know, I talked to him, and I put it back on. And then it happened again. So I took it off forever. And I think the second time, he might have tricked me. You know, I'm not sure. When I was putting it on, he might have had his mouth open. Just do it on purpose. So I took it off. And so I just said, all right, forget the collar. So I took it off. And he's been kind of happy since. I think that he sort of tricked me. You know, he seems happy not to have it on. So good riddance. But then I said, look, easier access so I can brush you. I started to brush him, and he saw the brush. He's like, toy. So to him, it's just a toy. You know, he just wants to play with it. It's so hard to brush a cat that wants to hug the... You know, so many cats do this. They hug the toy. They hold the brush. They think it's a toy. And you're turning your back on us? Bro. Look at that belly. It just makes it hard to brush them. Look at this belly he's got. Do you see that protruding belly? It looks like me. It's filled with grind. You know his food, how I make it? It's all ground up. That's baby grind. Although it's good for adults too. Pretty soon he's going to be eating whole prey items and having his grind. But he's not quite there yet. Another month or two. Maybe I'll start ordering it. Get him some quail, some chicks, some mice. You'd be surprised. Some servals, like Swaggers, very particular. You know, he loves quail. That's what he wants. He doesn't want to deal with a chick. He'll eat a mouse, but only eat half of it. So he leaves you the tush and half the mouse. It's so disgusting. Not to mention the fact that if you're buying a mouse, let's just say it's $5. Let's just make it easy. It's less than that. Let's call it $3. So you have $3 for a mouse. He eats half. So he's eating $1.50's worth. You know, you're throwing out $1.50. Not to be, you know, to objectify them. Still, it's a consideration. So, Swaggers likes, he'll eat chickens that are whole, but then he goes back to the thing where he only eats quail. I don't know. He's a pain in the ass. Swaggers is a lot of swaggers. Pouch is so easy. Pouncer is so much easier, man. It makes me have memories of Swagger at his age when he used to just rip the crud out of me. Pouncer scratches when he plays, when I tickle his belly. But Swaggers used to try to really rip me up and try to eat me. Like, he would bite. And he would threaten me, man. He would call me names, he would hiss at me, and then he would pounce, like, forward, but, like, in a mean way, with his head back and his ears back. Like, I'll kill you, bro. I'll kill you right here, right now. I was like, yo, Jeff, friend, daddy. He was like, no, Jeff, enemy. I will kill you. And there was nothing I could say or do. Except one thing, which was play with him. That's their love language. Just, take out a toy and play with them. Speak their language. Because they certainly don't want to speak ours. Does he get his shots? Yeah, he's got all of his shots. He didn't like that too much. I should post that video. He had all of his shots. He's got his health certificate. He's doing very well. And it's so funny because it was only a matter of weeks ago, and look at him now. He's so much bigger. The vet will be like, who's this? That's not Pouncer. Who's this big boy? He is so playful, and he's also so spoiled. Like, he plays all day. So if I have to go somewhere, he's like, what? What do you mean you're going somewhere? What am I going to do? Then he takes a nap. Somehow he survives. Somehow you survive. Then he guilts me. What is his name? I thought you knew. His name is Pouncer. Pouncer. His last name is Leibowitz. Took me a long time to figure out his name. I was trying to come up with a name. Then I realized I would just sort of realize his name. And then it came to me. You're Pouncer. His dad's name is Swaggers. Their names tend to correspond to actions, right? Oh, we forgive you. Everything's forgivable. Well, most things are forgivable around here. I think cats' ears are cool. I was saying before, they have 32 muscles in each ear, right? And they could turn the ear around 180 degrees. Isn't that a lot? Isn't that something? Like, imagine being able to turn the ear like half of all the way around. That's crazy. What's the mom's name? She has some weird... What is her name? Gertrude? I think it's Gertrude. It's like an old person's name. And now, Swagger has another female probably coming in. So he's like the real ladies' man now. My little Don Juan. I don't know if he's really a gentleman or not. I wish I could say that he were. But sometimes Swaggers does things that, man, I can't explain to anybody. I don't know if Swaggers can explain it to Swaggers. He does some things, man, that, things I wouldn't even bring up. Things I don't like to bring up to him. Things he should never tell his girlfriend, But I love him. He's a good boy. But, I need to understand that he's a good boy for him, for what he is. You know what I'm saying? For a serval, he's a good boy. He's a good boy sometimes. He loves kisses and all that. But Pouncer here, this guy is just a big mush. And Swaggers is a mush on the inside. He has Swaggers inside all over. You're back. I posted a video with sound because I recorded one with the app. Alright, dope. I'll check it out. I promise I will. It just has to be after this. If I didn't subscribe, I'll subscribe too. How many subscribers do you have? YouTube is hard, man. Doing YouTube, I don't do it right, of course, but if I were to take it seriously, there were times when I did, to try to make money from it, like just a little bit. I wanted just to make a little bit. It's so much work. It's so much work. YouTube is not like social media. You don't have your friends following, helping you out. No, you have to have something that's instructive and entertaining, educational and entertaining. 22. Not too many, but that's fine by me. Okay. Well, that's very good. Maybe what we could do is I could shout you out from my channel and people will go to your channel. It would be great if you could use YouTube just to make money for cat food. That's a good idea. We make a little bit of money, but to make money from YouTube, you have to make long videos, and I honestly don't have time for that. I used to do it. I did it with snakes, but and I like doing it. I like editing it. I like putting in effects. But if I can't do it well, I don't really want to do it. So I haven't really made long videos. But you don't really. That would be awesome. But you don't have to. No, I'd be happy to. People think on YouTube you make money from likes. You make money from clicks and comments, and that's not true. The only way you really make money from YouTube is watch time. And you have to look at it from the point of view of the person watching. That's what they're going to do. It's not from views. It's from YouTube wants to know what can the viewer watch next? After they watch your video, what can they watch next? That's the question they ask themselves. Can we get this person from watching this video to go to the next video? They want them to stay on. They want watch time. The longer you're on, the more ads you'll see. That's what they care about, watch time. So, since I'm making short videos mostly, I'm not getting much watch time. And I don't know what lies count. I don't know if they even count. If you get at least 30 seconds of watch time, then it counts as a view. Doesn't matter. It's still short. A short video is a minute and under. And they've changed the rules now. So if you hold the camera like I am, it's going to be a short, even if it is a minute and a half. So you have to hold it sideways, and it has to be horizontal, and then you have to have the minute, and then it's a long, and it counts very differently. If it's 30 seconds, you get a view, it doesn't matter. To get money from shorts, you have to have 10 million, and then you're monetized. That's a lot. Oh, Sandra, okay, well, you have a nice night. Good to have you here. Yeah, definitely. Come back next time. Be well. Stay safe. Can you even see Pouncer? What are you doing? Oh, you look kind of cute like that. I'm telling you, if you saw Pouncer in person, you would be amazed at the difference. I mean, amazed. He's not doing anything, though. I like observing him too. But in person, it's like their fur looks different. Everything. You're so welcome, Sandra. Just take care of yourself out there with this craziness, Everything is different, and he's so much bigger in person. If you watch a video, it's like same thing with snakes. If you see a snake on a video, and you look at the guy's arm, and it's the size of his arm, in terms of girth or width, but it doesn't look that big. It's big, but you can't tell because you're lacking the three-dimensionality. What is that? The chair? In three dimensions, things look much bigger. Looking at it on a video screen is the same as looking at a circle on a piece of paper instead of looking at a sphere in 3 dimensions. It's a whole different world. It means nothing. And anyone can make anything look very big or very small on camera. I mean, especially these days. But yeah, YouTube it's a whole long thing. It takes a long time to learn. You have to understand the algorithm, and you got to subscribe to a few services. It's a lot. It's so much more than people realize. It's not like when you're watching YouTube. No. It's a lot. And there's 5 different ways to make money, and none of them are like easy. And just to qualify is a pain in the neck, like there are a lot of people that have trouble just qualifying because it's not just based on the number of subscribers you have. It's based on your watch time. You need 4,000 watch hours, and I forget how many subscribers. I think it was like 1,000 or something like that. Maybe 500. I think there's 2 ways of doing it, And then you could do it based on your shorts, but you need 10 million views on shorts altogether. That's a lot. So, it's fun, it's rewarding, but we just do it for fun. Doing it for money, that would be, it would take the joy out of it. And whether it's snakes or cats, doesn't matter. I think it's fun to have a little community of people. Your most recent emoji. Oh, that's cute. I didn't see that. You know what I love about you and Pouncer? You actually interact with the people in the chat. Every single person. Absolutely. That's why we do it. To hear from you guys. What matters to me with him, I want people to see him grow up. I want people to share the experience, and in a year from now, be like, I knew him when he was just a baby, and then he was a big baby, and a bigger baby, and then he was a young adult or a toddler, and then he was an adolescent. I don't know what he is now, but, he's growing. I want people to share in it, and I do want to hear what they want to say. I don't want to be on here saying, give me 10 more red stars, and I'll show you my garter snake. I hate that on TikTok. And that's another thing, TikTok and Facebook, they pay too. Facebook pays a lot. Actually, Facebook owes me money, but you have to connect the bank to Facebook, and I'm having a real problem with that. And it's hard to get Facebook help. I don't feel like spending too much time on it, So they can keep it, man. I don't want to make money from social media. I want it to be fun. Making money, there's always pressure, even if it's something you love. Sometimes it's possible to love it a little bit less, because instead of just wanting it, you need it. And we don't want to need it. We just want to want it and have fun with it. And we want people to want it and have fun with it. And that's good enough, Every once in a while, there's this woman named Heather, and she comes on, and she'll send us so much money. And, you want to give it back, It's like, we don't want your money. We want you. We genuinely want you just to watch. You don't have to say anything. Just enjoy. Whether it's snakes or cats or whatever, just hang out with us. It's more than enough. It's like there's enough places to have pressure in your life. There's enough people selling you shit all day. It's not like you need more of that. But there are people, man, who they'll go on TikTok and they'll send money to strangers, and I don't get it. Can you tug on Pouncer's leash slightly to get him to be like, what do you want, servant? Hey, boy, sonny boy, I'm tugging on your leash slightly. Hey, Janet says, wake up, Pouncer. Look, I'm making your room up here. I'll move the hot, cold spring. Alright, come here. Pouncer, come. Pouncer, come. He doesn't care. He never listens to me. Pouncer, stay. Pouncer, lie down and stay. Good boy. Pouncer, be spotted. Good boy. See that? Weird little kitty. He is a weird kitty. He's got this new thing when I lie down, and I was saying this before, I guess, but when I lie down, he has a tunnel, and he wants me to play with his toys with him. I have to be involved. Do you have treats? Maybe I don't give him treats. I don't want to start that. That's a train, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. We don't hear many trains, but you've seen a train once. It's okay. It's alright, buddy. Just a train. Treats are good for many ways. In teaching cats things. I don't want to give him treats. Regular cat food, including treats, just aren't good for them. And also, even with regular cats, it becomes very expensive. They get fat. It's really not healthy for them. Let's hear your best idea, John. What's your great idea? Tell me. Tell Pouncer. Pouncer, listen, ears up. John has an idea that involves you, I bet. You could teach him to jump through a hoop. He jumps through hoops now. My goal has always been to teach a Serval. I tried with Swaggers, but he doesn't care. To dance. Because I dance flamenco, being from Spain. I want him to dance like tap dancing. I think that's possible. Just a few steps. But then you'd be 100% right. He would need treats. But right now, he doesn't know what a treat is. He's never had anything ever to eat except his grind. When he smelled the other cat's cat food, he didn't know what it was. He had no interest whatsoever. He's only had his grind. He thinks that's it. There's no other food. Kids on your bus ask, why did you have your cat at the park in a pink stroller? Oh. It's funny you say that. I just saw a stroller for sale that I'm going to buy for him. That's really nice that you do that. Because you can. That's what you tell him. Good for you, Jana. So this stroller, his collar clicks in to the thing in the stroller, and then like the top goes down and it's foldable, right? You're awake. You can come sit here, baby Pouncer. You can come sit here. Isn't his mustache area whiter than it was? Same with yours. Okay. That's a really cool thing. Just they meet people, but they don't have to. They're also protected. They're not going to go nuts. Or if they do go nuts, no one's going to get hurt. They meet people, but they're in that. You ever see those backpacks people have where you can, like, see through them? Uh-oh, message held for review. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's just you. Every time making kissing. They held your message for review. Not sure why. Let me just get to it. Every time making kissing noises and patting where you want him to sit. Oh, he doesn't care at all. He doesn't care at all. You don't know, man. He cares about playing. That's what he does. He cares about playing. Yeah. I don't know why they held it for review. He didn't even say anything bad. Maybe he wanted to sit. I don't know. They make mistakes too. And that's the thing, man. When they're doing YouTube, you have to sort of come to know the algorithm. And there are moments when I have these little epiphanies. Boop, boop. Pouncer, say hi, Jana. Hi, Jana. There are times when I have these moments. There are these moments I have, and I could swear. There are moments when I feel like I understand the algorithm a lot. And that'll last like a week or two, but then they change it. Like, there's things they change. But I think I understand the general idea. I'd have to draw a diagram to explain it. Maybe I'll make a video on it one day. But I'm no expert. I'm not. But I think I figured out a lot of it. I've watched a lot of videos on it. He's a bird or something interesting. He's just perked up. Are you perking up, baby? I like when his ears shoot up. They're like 10 times too big for him. He's like an XS, and his ears are like 3XXXL. Back to sleep. Now he's gonna dream about it. If he saw a bird, he's gonna have a little dream of a hummingbird. Yeah, so cute. I tried to wash him again, give him a bath, but more spots fell off. We lost like 3 spots this time. And one of his stripes got all smushy. You see? It's all over the place. You gotta be careful when bathing them. The spots just come right off. And then eventually he could just be spotless. Just a regular orange tabby cat. We would join the Orange Cat chat group, which actually we're already members of. It's funny we're members of that cat group, actually, because everyone's posting like orange cats. And I'm posting him because I figure, look, he's orange, right? And everybody laughs. They're like, who's that big baby? And I'm sick of people making fun of his leash. It doesn't matter if it's pink and he's a boy. Who cares? I wear pink shirts all the time. I went to the doctor today. It wasn't so great. So I said, forget that. I'm going to a new doctor tomorrow. But I love this guy, man. We laughed. We had fun. The nurse, man, we had fun. We always have fun. But I have some things I got to do. I just didn't want to hear what he was saying. So I told him to say something else. You got a tiny little squirrel, cat? The squirrel cat. What would her name be? I don't know any famous squirrels. There were two. I don't remember their names. There was a cartoon about two. I guess. I don't know. Nothing comes to mind. Squirrely? Squeaky? Squeakers? It's squirrel. I was going to say that, but I thought it would be silly. Look, I wasn't that far away. Squirrely and squirrel. That's a cute name. You know, Pouncer, he's seen a few squirrels because we go to the new park every day. But because he's still a baby, the squirrels are like, almost his size. Well, they were. But now that he's had this little growth spurt, now things might get different. So we'll see what happens. But today was the first day in forever that we didn't go to a park because I had to go to this doctor thing. And I had a, work thing. So Pouncer was alone for an hour and a half, poor day. And yet he survived somehow. Looked like he grew during the hour and a half. He was a good boy. Do you ever count your cat's whiskers? How many whiskers do you figure a cat has? And do you know what they do? Outside of look cute, her whiskers are the size of a normal cat. So they're huger than her face. It's hilarious. They are. You know what's funny with whiskers? It's like, once you notice them, you see your cat differently. Once you notice them, you're like, wow, how do you walk around with that? And then other times you just forget. You just forget that the whiskers are there. And you're just like, oh, you're you, little kitty. Once you notice them, you realize just how big they are, right? Every once in a while, you get a cat that has really white whiskers. Oh, I'm sure that's true. They also get information from wind. They get information on the weather about how hard it's blowing and stuff like that. Then if you have wind coming, and let's say there's like a big animal in the middle of it, they'll sense that part of that wind is missing, and they know the animal's there. I don't know who studies this stuff and finds that out. It sounded true when they said it. I don't know. Want to ask Pouncer? Yo, buddy, what are your whiskers for? I don't know. I'll get one that explains it better. Okay. They're mainly there because they're so damn cute. I think whiskers are adorable. You get a little baby kitten with a giant mustache. What could be cuter? Well, otters are pretty cute. I made this post the other day of this otter, and the guy was petting him, but the otter didn't like how he was petting him. So the otter put his hand up. He's like, wait. And he demonstrated how to be pet. And he pet himself the way he wanted the guy to pet him. Look it up. Look up otter teaches person how to pet him. And that was one of the cutest things I ever seen. And when the guy pets him and you see his face being so adorable, it looks like Pouncer's face when he's getting, smush face. Let's see. Spatial awareness here. Oh, I would never cut his whiskers. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what both of us were saying. Exactly. Agile. Yeah, it enhances their agility because they know where is what and what is where. Everyone's sending me chats now. We should probably get off pretty soon. We have to go to bed a little bit early today because we're getting up early tomorrow, Pouncer and I. Where are you from again, Gianna? What country are you in? I sometimes forget people's state or country. Are you in Indiana? No, I forget. Because we got that guy from New Zealand, and he gets mad when we go on without him. But I don't know how to, how do I get him to come? Look, now, once one message comes, see, there's a ton of them. I love when the sound is off on my phone. And then, with his sleep, it's like When he's sleepy, that's the one time you could really pet him and kiss him and stuff. Then he's a lap cat, but it's not that often. You know, he's either really awake or really deep sleeping. The cats just don't sleep that deep. You know, they always have like it's almost like one eye open because they don't have REM sleep the way we do. They have REM sleep, but it's not the way we do. I was watching a video on it, and it's, because in the wild, obviously they need to be able to wake up, so they have this thing where they could wake up right away. But I love when they stretch. Aren't they cute when they stretch when they wake up and they're all sleepy, and then they stretch their arms out just like we would, but they make their backs go up. The backs go up into a U like an inchworm. Excuse me. My Pouncer's just sleeping right now. Every time I see him sleep, I say to myself, what is he dreaming about? Maybe he's dreaming about himself dreaming. About being in the car just like he is, Maybe it's a boring dream. When I was in the hospital with that snake bite, I had some of the most boring dreams of my life. You would think you'd have like crazy dreams. I had crazy hallucinations. But I woke up once and I was so embarrassed. I told the nurse, I had the most embarrassing dream, but I'm going to tell you about it. She's like, what did you dream about? I said, my friend and I, we were on our bikes and we were eating cornbread. She's like, yeah. I was like, no, that's it. We were on our bike and we were eating cornbread. She's like, well, what it tastes like? I was like, cornbread. That was it. That was the whole dream. Dream is supposed to be some sort of subconscious representation of something that you're really thinking or feeling, or some contorted representation of reality. No, just my friend and me just eating cornbread. I wish there were more to it. It was so embarrassing. It's like, damn, that's the best your subconscious can do. I said, listen, I don't know. I'm very limited right now. Maybe my mind can't think of anything. It's so embarrassing. Cornbread. And it's not like I had eaten any cornbread either. Just stupid. Just stupid. I'm so ashamed of that dream. Usually I get cool dreams. Last night, and I remember my dreams. Last night I dreamed that there was when Trump came to power, right? And there were all these militias in the streets. Some were in his favor, some were on the other side. All these crazy people all these extremists were out. And they were marching and they were violent. But my friend and me, we had horses. Like, I never ride horses. I have, but, many, many, many years ago when I was a kid. So I never ride horses. But I was riding this horse and my hands were in the air and I felt so free. And I was texting my friend, Zoe, who has horses, and I was telling her, you're right, this is the best thing ever, And I was sending her selfies while I was dreaming about me and this horse. And I loved that horse. It was so cool. Then somehow it ran away. I went to buy something to eat and it ran away. Then I got another horse, no saddle, just, bareback, and just riding around with this wild horse and watching these crazy militias, but we were faster than them, so they didn't bother us. And it was fun, Everyone else was going nuts and they killing each other, and we were just riding horses. It was dope. It was a good dream. Very good. Anyway, we have been here for 58 minutes and 32... Oh, he's waking up. 35 seconds, 36 seconds. And I'm thinking maybe we'll stay till 1 hour, which is like a minute and 27 seconds. 26 seconds. The other thing is, Pouncer, when he sleeps in the car, when we do this, he sleeps so well that then when we go inside, he drives me crazy all night playing because, we sleep together. And man, you don't know what it's like. You just know, he pranks me. He'll just wait and he's stalking me, waiting for me to fall asleep. And the moment I fall asleep, he jumps on my face. And he jumps on my face a lot these days. He never takes out his claws. But he jumps on my face and it scares the hell out of me, but it also makes me laugh. And look at the video I just put up. It's called About Face. And you'll see what I'm talking about. He's constantly pranking me. Then he laughs at me. So go figure. I have the best Halloween costume idea. Yeah, Swagger's was a lobster last year. What's your idea? You gonna dress as Pouncer? A double Pouncer from McDonald's. Are you implying that people are going to eat up my cat? If you ate Pouncer, it'd be nothing but sweet. He's made of sweetness. He's a good boy. Look at that. And now an hour has passed. So I think we are going to go bye-bye if Jeffins won on Halloween. Well, we did the lobster. I was thinking we'll do something else. But if you want us to do lobster, I'll do a lobster. But how about when Halloween comes, which is not for a long time, but when it comes, I'll tell you different ideas and then you can pick it. How's that? Maybe we'll make him into a pilgrim. Something different. Like a pilgrim would be kind of cool. I never seen that. Or an Indian. That'd be dope. Like make him into a Cherokee. In a burger costume. Well, that's an idea, but I made Swaggers a hot dog once. The hot dog costume kept falling off. You know what was good was the bumblebee. That was cute. But that one sort of fell off too. I put him in a bumblebee outfit and took him to a ceramics class. And he walked around and he smooshed up everyone's ceramics. It was really not the best experience. When I took him to dog school, that was the worst experience just ever. But we are going to go. So, everybody have a good night. Gianna, be good. Do your homework. Behave. Give your kitty cats a big kiss from us and from me and from Pouncer. Tell them to be good kitty cats. Say hi to Squirrel. And everybody else, most people watch live when you're not live. Have a good morning, day, or night, whatever it may be. Have a nice rest of the week. And everything all good. Alright. See ya. Boom. You're a good YouTuber, Pouncer. You're a good YouTuber.